If you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. You didn't just happen to scroll to this video. You didn't stumble into these words by mistake. Something within you, something far deeper than your conscious thoughts brought you here. Call it intuition. Call it energy. Call it the whisper of your higher self. Whatever name you give it, it has been guiding you quietly, patiently, faithfully. And now that quiet guidance has led you to this exact moment. Right now, in this second, I want you to pause. Breathe. Feel the weight of this truth. Your shift has already begun. You've felt it for a while now, haven't you? That subtle pull, that quiet knowing that there's more to your existence than what you see. Moments where reality feels different, almost like you're stepping in and out of two worlds, the one you've been taught to believe in, and the one your soul remembers. This is not the beginning of your journey. The journey started long before this moment, but this, right now, is your moment of awakening to it. It's the instant where you finally notice the signs that have been surrounding you all along. Think back. How many times have you questioned why you feel different from the people around you? How often have you sensed that you're not truly living your potential? How many nights have you stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep because your mind was whispering, "There is more"? Those whispers were not random thoughts. They were signals, clues, the gentle knock of the universe at the door of your awareness. You have been carrying within you a frequency, a vibration that is no longer content to remain hidden. The world has told you to be realistic, to lower your expectations, to accept your circumstances as they are, but you've never fully accepted that, because deep down, something inside you refuses to believe that life is meant to be a constant struggle. That something is your true self, the version of you that remembers what you are capable of, the part of you that existed before the world told you who you should be, and now that self is waking up. You may feel it as a quiet restlessness. You may feel it as sudden bursts of inspiration. You may feel it as a deep desire for change that you can't explain. Whatever form it takes for you, it is here. It has already started, and from this point on, nothing will ever be the same. If you're still listening, it means something deep inside you recognizes this truth, even if your mind is still trying to understand it. And that recognition is the first sign that your shift has already begun. The signs have been there. Maybe you've been noticing repeating numbers on clocks. Maybe you've been thinking about someone and they suddenly reach out. Maybe certain words, images, or ideas keep showing up in different places, almost as if reality is trying to get your attention. These aren't accidents. These are signals. They are the universe's way of whispering, "Wake up. Something is changing." And that change is happening within you. For so long, you may have believed that life was something happening to you, a series of random events that you had to react to. But in truth, life has been responding to you all along. Every single experience you've had has been a mirror, reflecting the vibration you've been carrying. And now that vibration is shifting. You might feel it as restlessness, a sense that the life you've been living doesn't fit you anymore. You might feel it as an excitement you can't quite explain, a quiet knowing that something better is on its way. Or you might feel it as discomfort because the old ways, The old beliefs, the old patterns are falling apart, and part of you doesn't know who you'll be without them. This is what awakening feels like. It's not always gentle. It's not always comfortable. But it is always worth it. The moment you begin to see yourself as more than just your circumstances, the moment you begin to recognize the infinite creative power within you, your reality starts rearranging to match that awareness. Opportunities appear where there were none. People come into your life who seem to align perfectly with your path. Doors open, not because you forced them to, but because your frequency is now a match for what you've been asking for. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need to see the full path ahead. You just need to trust the next step. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you want to hear a certain song, you don't twist the dial halfway and complain that you can't hear it clearly. You keep adjusting until you're fully in tune. Your life works the same way. The more you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the frequency of the life you want, the more clearly that life begins to play out in front of you. Right now, your shift has already begun because you are aware. Awareness is the spark. Awareness is the crack in the wall where the light gets in. Once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. You can try to go back to your old ways, but they won't feel the same. You can try to silence the calling, but it will only get louder. And if you've been waiting for a sign, here it is. This is your confirmation. This is your moment. The universe brought you here for a reason, and that reason is simple. You are ready. You are not here by accident. You are not a mistake, a coincidence, or a random combination of atoms drifting through space. You are consciousness itself, experiencing this moment through the unique form that is you. And somewhere along the way, you've forgotten that truth. When you were a child, you knew who you were. Before the world told you what you could and couldn't do, before they told you to be realistic, before they explained all the limits and rules and labels, you lived from pure possibility. You imagined something and you believed it. You pretended, and in that moment it was real for you. You didn't doubt, you didn't overthink, you simply created. But as the years passed, you learned to see yourself through the eyes of others. You learned their fears, their limitations, their doubts, and little by little you built a cage in your mind, a cage made of I can't. I'm not enough, and this is just the way things are. You've been living inside that cage, thinking it was reality, when in truth it was only a belief. Today that cage begins to dissolve, because here's the secret. Your thoughts are not just harmless little whispers in your head. They are blueprints. They are frequencies. Every thought you've had has sent out a signal, and the universe has responded in kind. When you tell yourself you are powerless, the world will reflect that powerlessness. When you tell yourself you are unworthy, life will give you experiences to match that belief. But when you remember that you are the creator, not the victim, the energy shifts instantly. Think about it. Every invention, every work of art, every breakthrough humanity has ever experienced, it all started as a thought in someone's mind, an idea that no one else could see yet. And the person who held that vision refused to let go of it, even when others doubted them. That's the power you carry right now, in this moment. You may not realize it, but you've already manifested so much in your life. the relationships you've had, the home you live in, the opportunities you've been given. All of it is the result of vibrations you've put out. Some of it was intentional, some of it unconscious, but now you have the awareness to choose. So choose to remember. Remember that you are infinite consciousness. Remember that the same energy that spins the planets and creates galaxies flows through you. Remember that you were never meant to simply survive. You were meant to create, to expand, to become more, and you don't have to force it. The oak tree doesn't struggle to become a tree. It simply grows, because that is its nature. And your nature is to expand into your fullest potential. From this moment on, see yourself as you truly are, not as others have defined you, but as the limitless being you've always been, because once you remember, you can never go back to sleep. The truth is, change does not take years. Transformation is not a slow, painful process unless you believe it has to be. In reality, it happens in an instant, the instant you decide. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to align with a higher frequency. You can choose to think in a new way. You can choose to speak words that match the life you want instead of the life you fear. You can choose to act as though you are already the person you've been waiting to become. And here's the key. It's not about waiting for proof before you believe. It's about believing first and letting the proof arrive as a natural result. Every time you think, you're sending out a signal. Every time you feel something, you're tuning into a frequency. When your thoughts and emotions match the reality you want to create, the shift begins instantly. It's not magic, it's alignment. But here's why most people never experience this shift. They keep looking at their current circumstances and letting those circumstances tell them what's possible. They let the lack of money prove to them that they can't be wealthy. They let the absence of love convince them they're not lovable. They let the struggles around them become their identity. But you're here because you're ready to stop doing that. You're here because you're ready to be the exception. You're here because something inside you refuses to keep living on repeat, experiencing the same story over and over again. The moment you start thinking as the future version of yourself, something extraordinary happens. You collapse the distance between now and someday. Because in the quantum field, there is no time like we think of it. Everything exists now, and the version of you who already has what you want already exists. They're not out there somewhere in the future. They are here, in the field of infinite possibilities, waiting for you to match them. So stop asking when and start asking who. Who would I be if I already had the thing I'm asking for? How would I think? How would I feel? How would I act? And then do that now, not tomorrow, not when things look better. Now, it may feel strange at first. Your mind will try to pull you back into the old patterns. It will whisper that nothing is changing. But that's just the old frequency fading away. The moment you stop feeding it with your attention, it begins to dissolve. And the more you focus on your new frequency, the more you live from it instead of chasing it, the faster your external reality catches up. It's like tuning a radio station. You don't beg the station to play your song. You turn the dial until you're on the right frequency, and the song comes through. You're doing that now, right here, right in this moment. The shift isn't coming. It's already here. You have been waiting for a sign, and here it is. You have been waiting for a moment, and this is it. There is no more preparing, no more almost ready, no more someday. The version of you who is powerful beyond measure has been whispering to you, and now their voice is getting louder. Every single thing you desire already exists in the quantum field. It is not far away. It is not hidden from you. It is simply vibrating at a frequency you have not been tuned to until now. When you listen to this message, you are doing more than hearing words. You are reprogramming the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you expect life to unfold. You are telling your subconscious mind that this is your new normal. Abundance is your normal. Love is your normal. Peace is your normal. Power is your normal. You are no longer a seeker, endlessly searching for answers outside yourself. You are the source. Everything you thought you needed to find is already within you, and here's the truth that will change everything. Your outer world is nothing more than a mirror of your inner world. When you choose a new thought, the mirror changes. When you choose a new emotional baseline, the mirror changes. When you start acting from your power instead of your fear, the mirror changes. But the mirror doesn't change instantly, and this is where most people give up. They look for signs too soon, and when they don't see them, they fall back into doubt. But you won't make that mistake. You understand that just because you can't see the seed growing underground doesn't mean it isn't growing. Right now, you are planting new seeds with every thought you think, every image you hold, every emotion you allow. And the harvest is certain. It cannot not come to you unless you stop believing. So make the decision. From this moment forward, you will not think like the old version of you. You will not speak like the old version of you. You will not carry yourself like the old version of you. You will rise as the powerful creator you came here to be. And when fear tries to speak, you will remind it, I am the one who decides. I am the one who chooses my reality. I am the one who speaks my life into existence. This is your ascension. This is your awakening. This is the moment you become fully aware of who you are. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the energy in your hands, your chest, your mind. Feel the power moving through you. It has always been there, you simply stopped noticing it. But now you see. Now you know. Now you remember. From this day forward, every step you take will be from the frequency of the life you desire. You will no longer wait for the universe to bring it to you. You will become it. And the universe will have no choice but to reflect it back. You are not watching this by accident. You were guided here because it is time. Time to step into the life that has been calling your name. Time to rise.